Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Strategic Command World War II World at War. Okay, sort of exciting news, at least for me, and I hope you would be interested in it as well. This coming Wednesday, if you're watching sometime around now, of release, not now as I'm recording, but now at release, Wednesday, January the 30th, I will be guest hosting the Slytherin Twitch live stream, playing this game, but starting for Barbarossa. So I'm going to play up until what would be sometime in 1941 Barbarossa start. Obviously, I'm not there yet. We're just June 40, so I got to get through approximately a year of it. Hopefully, we'll release all of those beforehand. But so yeah, I'd love to see you there. You know, over on Twitch, the Slytherin channel. Great channel. They showcase a lot of their games. Highly recommended if you like this type of games. And so yeah, I would see that as a. Can they swap out there now? Okay. Something that you might want to check out. Do we have any air power that can reach that? Those fighters can't. What can these fighters? I'd really like to take that unit down. No. Didn't want to move that guy over there. Take him out. It's anybody that can move in there now. Okay, well, we should have saved that guy to move in and occupy, but at least he won't be rebuilding in place there. And mentioning that, we don't want him to be rebuilding either. He retreated back. Okay. Well, I think we'll leave him there. Yeah. Okay, so, oh, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often. Okay, we're gonna move him out of the port. We're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna rely a little bit more on the Germans there, but what we're gonna do is be a little prepared for operations coming in there. Okay. Okay, we are, I guess, fully reinforced there. How are we doing for our ships? Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I think we're mostly done. It's been a couple of days since I last really played. Okay, and sometimes I do forget to do this. Hit the P, but oh no, gotta get off this. Hit P to see where we would see partisans popping up, and there really isn't much down here. So what I think we're gonna try to do is come up here, control that. Okay, I was maybe sort of hoping that, but I think that's all right. Can these guys? No, they got there, I think, this last turn. They can do little things, but can't quite get on board ship this turn. Right, okay. Yeah, might as well get them out now that we've taken Copenhagen. Okay. Now let's remind myself. Okay, 2 more fighter groups coming. Research. Well, we're going to be getting a lot of points for knocking out. Up here. Why do we want to start? Maybe get producing here. More fighters, maybe that's my inclination. Yeah, I think so. And I don't think we have enough really to do much for Japan. So we're going to end the turn. Yes, Denmark surrenders. We'll get some points from that. 32 MPP. Allied raiders disrupt Norway convoys. Yes, victory over China will not be enough. It is recommended, right? German blitzkrieg continues towards Paris. Okay. USSR annexes the Baltic states. They moved in there. How interesting. Wonder what's in their little AI mind. It's putting that. Does really disrupt my push into enemy contact. Okay. I don't know why my heavy cruiser didn't get any good shots back at them. Ouch. Fine. Oh, well. understand that. Does disrupt my advance deeper into their territory, but I don't understand it, especially leaving their other places, if they do so, open. British forces mobilize in Egypt. Okay, they're going to get a lot more forces. Italian should prepare for the Indian Ocean. Italy joins the Axis. UK launches Operation Fork. Yeah, take over here. Italy declares war on the Allies. And we have disruptors. Let's see. Calculating supply for our turn. But do notice here the Leonardo da Vinci, the submarine there, takes out 4 MPP for starting out on the convoy route. Okay, don't really want to spend the MPP, so we're going to go no and rely upon a bit more on land-based air power. Okay, this throws a bit of wrench in our works, but I want to do the naval before I forget. Okay, he's at sea. It looks like it's rainy up here, so we're going to go there and spend the turn out there. Okay, this didn't work out as well as I thought it might, so we're going to go hide out in the rain. Not that they really know to come looking for us or anything. I don't know if coming out here further and further is the best idea. Hopefully that's far enough away. Okay, now let's come up here. That looks good. Now, I have tried to upgrade this guy immediately right now, but he gets pounced on heavily by British naval forces, so get him out and away as fast as you can, and might as well put him on a supply line. These guys are gonna come up to here now that they're at war. They're gonna come and get the Siwa Oasis. Okay, we know where they are. Even though they're just strength 8, we'll move them forward. Now let's put them right in the port. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of moral pressure on the AI with that. Now, what should I do about them? Of course, Paris is the goal. Paris gets us the win. Though them sort of being here tightens my ability to move through here. Yes, interceptors. I've moved fighters in, hopefully close enough to escort them effectively. Good. Whatever. Okay. No real... Just checking to see which ones can and can't strike deeper in. Okay, more interceptors. Escorting again. Ooh, -4, -1. -2 more. Okay. Well, they can come to there. Well, Um, right. Let's swap those out. Well, they're putting up a tough fight, those Frenchies are. Okay, Important to clear this. Other fighters come up to escort. Very good. Ouch. Man, I was hoping to save these guys for other operations. Now come down into there. Good. I want more armor. Maybe what I should have bought more of. Okay. Okay, the core's down with and done. These guys get to here, keep the encirclement going. I think I'd rather use my paras here. Do I want to strike there at all? I might. Now here, what can we do? Oh, we can go all the way to 10. Yeah, we'll just stay right there. Didn't know if we'd be in that much a supply to do that. Why they ever left that completely open, I do not know. Take out their air power, cut off their supplies even more to the various areas. They may still get some levels of supply locally, but get air power a little bit closer. Just don't think I can get Paris this turn, but I can hurt them a little bit. They can hurt me a little bit too. But we've effectively closed that off. These guys attack. We've all attacked. Yes, okay. Okay, well now we can get Luxembourg. Yeah, we'll move down here. I'll go down to Nancy, and these guys will come down and keep the area. And we will, let's do max for that, because I know I want it. Yeah, not worth anything. That looks good. Let's come over, see what we can do over here now. I forget to move this last turn, maybe. See, we can come up, click over here and go hit P for partisan and realize, okay, we need to basically keep all of those places well locked down. We are. So, but we don't need to keep that army there. Ouch, hurt some of my fighters. Hurt more than I was thinking. No, okay. Now here. Yeah, interceptors. Escorts. Good. A little better. Both did better than I thought it would and hurt more than I thought it would. Okay, well. Well, that's a little bit of an improvement. Too far inland, and we already operated them, so oh well. No, we have these guys down here, but let's see what we can do with this. They come up here, then swap out with these. And there we go. Fortifications. Learn how to speak. Get destroyed. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. intend to attack with them, but just isolate them even more. Isolation, isolation. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm tempted. Right, well. Get on board the boats. I think the best chance with these guys is in this axis here. So let's come up here. There we go. Yeah, we keep using these guys too much. Okay. Yeah, don't forget other things. It's just a little cheaper to put them on trains. We're going to need to occupy France, so keep partisans down. But we don't really intend to have them really do much combat. So we'll get started on those. Now down here, yes. Ooh, I almost made a big boo-boo. These guys down here. Oh, now I've already spent that money. Ah, okay. Okay, hurt them by one. Spotted these guys. I knew they'd be there. Ooh, that was a good shot. Knew I would take some hits. Okay, you come up out of the way a little more. Get you out. Have you come down here and sink that. I know I'm going to take some damage. Less than I thought. Quite willing for some damage. We're going to move these guys. Here is something of a bottleneck for anti-submarine warfare, just because I see that there if they were to come up after me. Yeah, let's see if we can do that now. I'm going to leave him there because well, yeah, I think I'm going to risk a naval operation to get him into there a little quicker. These guys are all entrenching, that's good. What I don't like is that 8 strength being the leading guy, but otherwise I'm doing alright. Thinking I'm doing alright there. There's probably some better playthroughs to look at than mine on how to do North Africa, I'm afraid. I really do like a lot of what help I've been getting from viewers on things, so I'm happy to have that. So we're a little bit stronger down there. We've taken out, don't know how much of the French fleet would have ended up in British hands. Not to surrender, but I thought it was nice to take out a battleship, even with a little bit of losses. So long as there's just a little bit of, you know, strength losses needing a little repair to some ships. Japan, Japan, Japan. What do we want to see about purchasing, maybe? You know, I think, because I am looking forward and ahead, we've already got mobility. That's what I was thinking about. %, that could be a lot over time. Yeah, might as well do that earlier than later. Armored warfare. This gets them the extra strike. For mechanized units too. Okay, that can be critical, so we'll spend it, maybe stupidly. Not that getting those two things are stupid, they are not. I'm just thinking a little bit more along the lines of, is it the techs that I should get versus naval techs and other things, which I don't really know if that's a good choice. So we will see. Again, like any input, not that I'm smart enough to follow the input, just still I'd like it. Yeah, I think that's all pretty good right now. All these guys, they need to move. Sorry. Okay, let's edge up this way. Get out past them. Silent running type. Okay, I think the rest of the naval stuff is. Oh, yeah, we've left them. A little bit wounded heavy cruiser. They're hopefully far enough away to keep from getting whacked. But they're going to head off the... Italy, Italy, Italy. Yeah, I think we're done. Luxembourg surrenders, yes. 12 MPP, good. Iceland joins the Allies, yes, we knew that would happen. Suez Canal limits supply in Abyssinia, yes. French troops panic as the Maginot Line is outflanked. German morale boosts as Maginot Line is outflanked. Allied raiders off Norway. Scientists report ground attack weapons. Getting them along to improving. Now let's see what they do. Okay, we're calculating supply. This is for the Allies supply level. UK imposes economic sanctions on Iraq. Pro-Axis coup in Iraq. Yay. Iraq prepares for war. UK. So those were actually, the landings down here were from the Indian Army side of things. Mayo is taken, which not surprised. They're retreating back out of there. They realize that this is doomed. And once I take these, supply will flow through here more. Okay, yeah, of course they're in supply from Paris. Even with the armor. But that means, and now that, not that there isn't local supply in other areas, but you're looking for those destroyers that went missing. Okay, you're bombing my Paris, but you're getting counter bombed. Or anti-aircraft gunned, I guess. Ouch. Yeah, okay, you're costing me a little bit of replacement. Not that you shouldn't do it, but yeah, ouch, but whatever. Oh, enemy contact, they bump into. Ooh, they got the bloody nose. This changes convoy routes. Iraq joins the Axis. Yes. That's going to limit Italian supply. Yeah, we know. We disrupt some South African convoys. Okay. Well, we took out 10 MPP. Money way. Okay. How 30 MPP. I want to do this. I don't know if this has any positive effects later on, like creating some, you know, Axis Arab legions or something if we do this, but I don't know that they do. And I've played through this several times, and no matter what we do, they seem to die in one turn. So I never see this Sonderkommando Janik appear anywhere. So no. Even if it was going, you know, just if it kept the Iraqis alive, say one more turn, I would very much consider it. I don't know if that was the best spot for them, but whatever. Probably not. I really would consider it, but as it is now, no. We'll think about that for a moment. Okay, first priority here is Paris. Dig them out of their entrenchment. These guys look like they'll have the biggest effect. Yep, they did it. Okay, you get to march into Paris. Now up here. Okay, so we've got that. Take Vichy, move down deeper into there. think they're going to fold, so I'm not really going to try to damage my forces. Pushing more in. I think the BEF that got away, which was 1 core and an HQ, if I'm not mistaken, are already gone. So we will want to push a little bit deeper in. Mostly because I've seen a revolt or something pop up out here if we don't get out there quick enough. So keep that in mind. We're just moving you out towards the Soviet border to watch them. So we're taking the morale hits of force marching, but that's okay. I want to get the paras to mostly operate down in here. Okay. Now we're going to swap one for the other, and we're going to reinforce you. Let's see. Okay, we can get all the way up to 8. That's all right. These guys will come up to here and land. Yeah, we'll move them inland a little bit. Okay, so we now have 2 corps, 2 armies, and whatever the size of tank unit that is supposed to be. You come up to Dirwa. You just get to defend there for the moment. Oh, they've moved the convoy route on us. Let's come up here now. And you're set for convoy raiding. Hopefully you'll disrupt the Indian convoy. Yeah, just hang out there. Now we're more ready for Italy's or Mussolini's attack. I think that'll be a little better to offer air support into. We talk a lot about historical accuracy when playing Hearts of Iron and such, as well as this game. And obviously all of this that we're playing it is for alternative history, because why play the game if it's going to have the exact same historical outcome? You know, if every time you have, you know, the Battle of Stalingrad, it's always going to be the same thing. What's the point of it? There isn't. Now, then you get into what is sort of popularly called alternate history. Is sort of, you know, Men of the High Castle, or what if the Kaiser was ruling Germany instead of Hitler, or, you know, or what if the fascists were in power in America? Well, those are entirely unrealistic alternative histories, at least based on sort of the starting point of a lot of these games. And if you want to jump back to, say, 1914, and then, well, an alternative past with Germany, you know, the Kaiser winning World War I, and I could, you know, Paris could have fallen, you know, and France is out of the war, and the British don't send the earlier BEF to France, and they sign a peace agreement early on, you know, and so maybe not major changes in borders, particularly in Western Europe, and I don't know what changes. A lot of the puppet weird stuff that you see in Kaiserreich doesn't show up, you know. Okay, that is a reasonable alternative history if you want to go down that path, because, you know, the Miracle in the Marne, or whatever it's called, some troops were definitely taken at or near the front via taxis and similar sort of motor transports out of Paris, but it was sort of a rush to reinforce the defensive line that did end up holding. But it was sort of something of a miracle, not like, oh my God, can't explain it in reality, must be God. No, not that kind of a miracle, but it is sort of a, well, let's get these guys. Okay, these guys were gonna, so, but we could see, you know, especially in, yeah, let's just go max, a 1914 possible victory over the France with Germany. And we could also see that, you know, maybe the Belgians sort of like, yeah, you promised not to direct the country as you move through. Okay, come on through. You know, we can realistically look at some alternative paths, and I'm good with that. And so, but we are going to move a few of you guys up here to maybe. Because we're going to do a Barbarossa at the sort of historical date, I'm not going to bother with actual trying to invading Britain, just because of that. So, you know, so yeah, if you want to, at the right sort of turning points, do alternative history, then I'm good with it, but not the sort of, well, you know, a lot of these starting points happen. So if you want to build a scenario out from the beginning, I'm good with that for alternative history. But saying all of that, and also I remember, I forget which author, but one of the authors that wrote a book on production, German, or production for Germany by their you know, in conquered territories specifically is what they were looking at, and how that affected the war. You know, in one of the lectures they were talking about their book. You know, audience question: well, what if Hitler didn't suppress the Jews, and what if he was more kinder on, you know, his occupied policies? How would that have changed some of these equations for how well the locals, you know, supported the war effort? And, you know, okay, well, what if Nazis weren't Nazis? That's also, I totally agree. You know, to try to go, you know, what if they weren't fundamentally what they were? Yeah, that's a bit too much of a what if. But what if, say, Mussolini coordinates better with Hitler in the Mediterranean, generally speaking, like when to enter the war, when to go to war with Greece, or if to go to war with Greece, you know, so that Germany was really prepared to help at the start. You know, what if you had done better coordination? That might say, well, that's not Mussolini being Mussolini. Yeah, okay, but realistically, it's a little bit more, you know, a reasonable thing coordinating between them. And so I really would like in this game to see a little more of a options as to when to, say, declare war against the Western Allies and when to go into Greece, as well as we'll see about what's going on with Barbarossa when we get there in this version. Okay, oh, I don't want to go with a new. But we do want to end the episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Of course, remember, coming up on Wednesday the 30th, 6 p.m. GMT, I'll be on the Slytherin channel. Love to see you there, and I'd love to hear your comments. See you next time for more historical gaming.